Liz's story claims that she's found a breakfast sandwich that might just be the ultimate hangover cure and a solution for world peace. For fun takes on standards and an extensive whiskey list, she heads to Lloyd Whiskey Bar in Fishtown.
Lloyd Whiskey Bar prides itself on being a casual environment despite presenting incredibly well thought out cocktails and food.
We treat it like a fine dining aspect in the back, but we present it to you very casual, very fun, also very playful. Well, my experience down south was in the South for 5 years between Mississippi and New Orleans. So I kind of take that approach to cooking. It pairs wonderfully with all our whiskeys. We always do a whiskey tasting like quarterly, so I'm always pairing whiskey with the food, and I'm also cooking with the bourbon and the whiskey, trying to incorporate that in the food as much as possible.
Our stock, which you can see behind me, is about 200 bottles strong. Primarily bourbon. Bourbon's our biggest focus, which is probably about 60%. And then we do a lot of rye, so certainly American, followed by Scotch and then Irish. That would be kind of the hierarchy of what we offer at very neighborhood-friendly prices, which keeps people in and it keeps people interested and allows people to taste something that might be prohibitive elsewhere. When guests leave, ideally they leave satisfied, full, with a few more dollars than they might have anticipated still in their pocket, and just ready to come back again and enjoy the experience all over.
So, Liz, Lloyd is a place that you just keep going back to. Tell us why you picked it.
Yeah, I think it is a great place for every day. In Fishtown, you have a lot of bars and pubs that are kind of situated throughout the neighborhood that are just, the local hangs. And I think Lloyd is the perfect place to do that. It is a homey environment, almost as if you are sitting in someone's living room with the way it is set up. And I think the menu offers more than the average bar. It's giving you a unique take on bar food. And then what I really like is their Sunday brunch, which is not what they're known for, but what I think they should be known for, more or less.
And your go-to is the Mccleod.
Oh, the Mccleod, yes. That could be split between 3 people if you're not in the mood, but you could also, depending on the type of day you're having, you could tackle it by yourself. It's essentially, a glorified McGriddle with delicious, pancake buns and sausage and whatnot. And then my favorite is the crispy fried deviled eggs.
Ooh, yes, tell us about these crispy fried deviled eggs.
Crispy fried deviled eggs, they're basically deep fried deviled eggs. How they do it, I don't know.
And that's not something you would think is deep fried.
Well, I just don't get how they're not dried out in the middle. They're not, and then they have this Creole aioli, which I'm not sure what it's made of, but I definitely want to keep it on the table to keep dipping. I love condiments, and their sauces are, grade A for that.
And Matt, you went for dinner.
Yeah, my wife and I went down there about almost 7 o'clock on a Saturday night. I feel like it'd be the kind of place to be great to be around 10 o'clock on a Friday or Saturday.
Yes, that's when Fishtown's popping.
Yeah, when it's really bumping, I could tell I'm okay, I'm the old guy sitting at the table having dinner. But we sat at the bar and we started with the everything spiced popcorn, which struck me as well, this is an obvious idea. In fact, I had some the other night. I just air popped some popcorn at home and put my everything spice.
Trader Joe's.
So you made your own
I made my own. I'm
concoction.
this was a great idea.
It's a nice start to the date night you were having with your wife.
Yes, indeed.
And you paired that with a ton of drinks.
Yes,
Who doesn't like a
I would say a
popcorn
ton
and
of
whiskey?
drinks. Would you say ton of drinks? I don't know. No, we had a responsible adult number of drinks.
There you go.
No, but we really did have a great time. The
Well, you got
cocktails
to at a
were
whiskey
very
bar.
creative. I had a Jack and Wendy, which was, and what I really liked is that every cocktail comes with a different type of bourbon. So you weren't just getting the same pull every time. You're getting different types of drinks in different places. And my wife really enjoyed her drink. She got a strawberry drink, and what was great about it wasn't too sweet. They're sophisticated adult cocktails that are not that sort of like too syrupy, too college.
Right.
It's an adult flavor, and she really enjoyed them.
So it didn't taste like a wine cooler.
Right, exactly.
What other starters did you start out with, Matt?
We had the because we knew it was a brunch place. We got the chicken waffle sliders.
Okay.
Oh,
and
yeah,
so
I
they
saw that
were
on the
good.
menu.
And they weren't overly sweet. They were. They came 3 for the 2 of us, so we had to fight over one, which is always fun. But the chicken was well cooked. They were savory. The arugula on there was made it really tasty. And it was a nice little light, sample of the brunch menu since we were there at night.
Xuan, you had an interesting meatloaf dish.
Yes, we actually shared. We had the wild boar meatloaf, and it was on top. There was a really wonderful pesto sauce on top that really finished it off. And it came with mashed potatoes and peas, and that was really tasty. And then we also shared the pulled pork sandwich, and it had fresh apple slaw on top of it. So it actually had like little julienne slices of apple on top, and I've never had that on barbecue before. But the contrast in the crispness of the apple
Sounds delicious.
With that tanginess,
with the tanginess
of
of the barbecue and the pulled pork, it was just to die for.
And Matt, what were your entrees?
So I because I was on a date with my wife, I sacrificed and let her order the duck. Although it's what I wanted.
Well, you got a few bites.
Yeah, I was gonna
well,
say.
I'm the one coming here, so I have to eat
You have to
lunch. But the Kentucky Fried Duck was really a great dish.
Yeah.
And what I liked about it was that it was Kentucky fried, so it was deep fried.
Yes,
and,
it
but
was crispy.
it still tasted like duck. I was a little worried that it would just end up tasting like chicken, essentially. But you could get the duck flavor still. And I got the steak, which I was very happy with.
Oh, the hanger steak.
The hanger steak, and that was really good. But it was a lot of strong flavors. And I think that's, when you are there drinking bourbon, as I was, it really stood up really well to the drinks, and the drinks complemented it very well. So that was really, I like that a lot.
They do have outdoor seating also if you do want to be in the midst of Girard. So, you can bring your dog out there. They are super friendly in terms of that, dog friendly.
You said that one time they made scrambled eggs for your dog when you sat outside.
He did.
that
I
is so
asked.
neat.
Yes, he is a picky eater sometimes, and he didn't eat that morning, and we were going to brunch, so I asked if got a side order of eggs, and they brought it.
So,
out.
you said, they really,
it's
they're
it's super laid back. Again,
accommodating.
It's like, you're not going there to be like rushed out and to, have a quick meal. It's more so interact with the bartender, interact, just relax, have a good meal.
So, Liz, Lloyd was your recommendation. Sum it up for us.
I think it's a great spot for everyday eats for friends, family, and all sorts of occasions, extensive drink list, and delicious, high-quality food.
And Matt, sum up your experience.
I think it's the best case scenario for food at your local bourbon bar. It's just exactly what you want when you're out with friends and having a few drinks.
And Xuan, sum up Lloyd for us.
If you're looking for a laid-back cigar-type lounge place to just hang out with some friends or family for the night, Lloyd's is your spot.
For happy hour, brunch, and everything in between, visit Lloyd Whiskey Bar, located at 529 East Girard Avenue in Philadelphia, 215-425-4600. Open for dinner 7 days a week, with brunch served on Sundays. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is $20 to $25.